Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine. It is June 5, 2023, just after noon. The deputy showed up this morning after I had filed a police report last night about Chicklet. I was actually able to take Chicklet out of the building and show the deputy up close. He also witnessed the hole in the side of my Rooster and all the feathers missing from two roosters' tails. I explained to him that a woman deceased down the block had a dog, and her dog had the same hole in the side of his body. So there's somebody locally that's doing target practice, and specifically to answer your questions, Chicklet is a house cat. Chicklet is a cat that lives inside the nonprofit building. Chicklet was assaulted inside a locked building. It's not the first time, folks. They did the same thing or something similar to another cat in there. They burned him up so badly. They burned up his butt, his tail, his thighs last year. And then they burned his cheek, just like Chicklet. But he didn't have a hole in it. It was just the underside where there is an abscess that I have been now treating for a year. It won't go away. These things will not go away. This is not like going to the vet for a normal veterinary appointment. This happened to me in New Jersey. Each time I would bring a pet to the vet on one of these assaults, the doctor, the vet, would say, well, I'm not sure how it happens. They'd make excuses. Oh, it's an infection. Oh, it's this. Or it's that. No, these things don't happen overnight. But nonetheless, all doctors do is give them maybe a painkiller, some antibiotics. This is not something that can have a surgical procedure performed. And because of this, the amount of pain he's in, he will not eat. I've even brought some of his favorite soft treats up to him, and he can't. He's in too much pain, which means that he's going to die. And this is intentional, folks. This is trauma-based mind control. It's intended to cause as much trauma as possible and torture of the animal and me. So I am trying to help Chicklet with mouthwash, antiseptics, peroxide. And of course, nothing is going to help him because he cannot eat. He will end up dying from this. He'll end up dying from the stress, the infection, and not eating. And this is their intention, folks. Guess what else I woke up to today? Tucker Carlson, my rooster, was dead on the floor. Keeled over, dead. About 2 weeks ago, Tucker started to display symptoms of a respiratory, like a very coughy kind of crow. I mean, it's not uncommon, but it doesn't happen here. There's no reason for it to happen. Unless, of course, the criminals induced it. They had to have induced it because they stole the medicine that I always keep on hand for these problems. And by the time I ordered it and received it, almost a week went by. So even though I've been treating Tucker, he was dead. Did he die naturally? I don't know. Nothing around here happens naturally. I moved to Kentucky with some of the healthiest cats you could ever see. I have photos of them. And little by little, they are destroying these cats. They're causing them to be sick, causing stress. Strangers going into the building, in and out of the building. Stealing my hen and then gutting her insides and throwing her on the driveway. And other people have contacted me after seeing this. I received photos this morning of a dog. I'm not going to mention the name. And the dog subsequently died, but had a similar hole in the side of his body. This is happening across the United States. She and I don't live in the same state. And the other woman from Quora, she and I don't live in the same state either, and her dog had a hole on its leg that she discovered. That's on one of my videos. I will post a link to those videos in the description center. And none of the 30+ guinea hen eggs have hatched. They're 2 weeks overdue. And you want to know why? Because they were radiated. Every chick is dead. They're all dead. They were murdered. They were intentionally killed. So when the deputy showed up today, and I told him what was happening here, and he's been here before. It's not his first rodeo here. But he was very astute when I showed him the torn up clothing. I will do a separate video on what they did to my clothes, because you really have to see this to believe it. But he was so astute. He said it looks like it was done with a chemical because your clothes are disintegrating. And there was no odor. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even think of it. So he was very astute about that. That there's something that they're using. Maybe it's a chemical-based laser. Maybe it's a mixture of a chemical and a burn. Either way, it is extremely lethal and destructive, and they should be banned. Anybody using these weapons should be incarcerated. So on a positive note, folks, we had another little baby chick hatch overnight. So that mama, the little buff Orpington, the little orange girl, has 3 little black chickies. So that was a plus to see this morning. But I also wanted to warn you about a company called Constant Contact. They are a service, they provide a service for newsletters, mailings, and stuff like that. I enjoyed them when I lived in New Jersey and had time to create these newsletters. Since I'm living in Kentucky, I haven't. And I have tried to get out of this for literally years. Each time I call to disconnect from them and cancel, they'll say, oh, well, I'll give you another 3 free months. So I finally called and canceled. I canceled last month and they billed me. I just received another invoice and I called them and canceled. I told them I canceled already. They said, oh, well, you canceled on the same day as the billing date. I said, well, could you please credit me back? And he said, no, we can't credit you back. I said, well, why not? He says, we are not a refundable service. Imagine that. Not a refundable service. His exact words. Constant Contact. Newsletter creation, mailing creation. I do not recommend using Constant Contact, folks. This is 2 months that they've billed me. They refuse to give me a credit. Well, I will be calling my credit card company and tell the credit card company that they consider themselves to not be a refundable service. So this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I'm going to sign off for now. I've got a lot of stuff to do here. I'm really in a very bad, sad mood. Losing my rooster, watching my beautiful cat Chicklet deteriorate, and he's in so much pain. So folks, if this has happened to any of your pets, leave a comment down below, and please hit the thumbs up button. Oh, lastly, let's see if I could find it, folks. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I received an email this morning telling me that my YouTube channel has been hacked by somebody named this. And she says that she was tagged by this person even though she's not subscribed to his channel. So folks, if you are tagged by this creature, please leave a comment down below or email me privately. He's now using this handle instead of the Gorilla Boy handle. And he is still stalking my channel and harassing my subscribers. There you go, folks. So once again, this is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody has a good day today. It's going to be a very hot day here in Kentucky. But signing off for now.